We're underway in our final day of the New Year's session. We have SJK taking on Rothesay Netherwood School. RNS in the whites, SJK in the yellows. SJK out of the Kitchener area. Jason Tom here alongside Elias Sabate. 3 games today to finish off our schedule, Elias.
Really looking forward to these games. I think one that everyone's anticipating is going to be a big-time game. Central Tech and CTA both still undefeated. The only 2 teams in the National Preparatory Association undefeated. They match up well across the board. The rosters look great. Just really excited about that one.
Just trying to crunch some numbers yesterday. I believe it's now an 18-game winning streak for CTA dating back to last season after their 5-game losing streak to start the year.
Yeah, and they have been playing really well in league play. They've went to the States and they've taken a couple of L's there, and I think that has only made them stronger and better and really learned about each other. The fact that now they're playing without Kaleem Sarazin as well, that's a big piece for them. That's about 20 points.
Yeah, that was a huge loss. Meanwhile, right here we have RNS. That's Shaheem Malcolm inbounding on the sidelines in front of the SJK bench. Head coach Ahmed El Asta back for this game. Kellen Tynes misses his intended target, gets back out to Lion McLean. That's Malcolm getting to the lane.
Great control on that reversal. He uses the rim to protect himself.
So we have 3 games today, as mentioned. Starting it up with RNS, SJK. After that, we have the aforementioned CTA Central Tech. Both those teams without at least one key player. CTA without Kaleem Sarazin with a knee injury, and Central Tech without Raheem Sullivan, out for at least a couple of weeks with an upper body injury. But they had no problem taking care of business last night against Beast Prep. And then to cap it off today, we have GTA Prep taking on LBA, London Basketball Academy. So many great underlying stories to that one. And LBA is really taking on a murderer's row of opponents in this session. And they have provided us, from Wednesday and then now until today, with some of our best games. They're worth the price of admission right there. And here we are at Crestwood Preparatory College, 217 Brookbanks Avenue. Sorry, Brookbanks Drive here in North York, Ontario. If you have an opportunity to get down here today, take in 3 solid games. 3-0 SJK to start it off here. I know RNS has a bit of a flu bug running through their squad right now. If they can get out of here with a win and take their 500 record in this session back home with them as they take the 12-hour ride back home, I think they would be much appreciative of that. Jimmy Omino, the ex-football player, can't cash in from range.
And today you got Milan Roknic, who's actually suited up, not in sweats today, in uniform. Looks like he might be playing today.
Talked to these SJK players yesterday for a feature you'll see on NorthPoleHoops.com in the future, and every one of them just said don't underestimate the Jamal Murray factor. Once they saw a guy out of their area make it to the NBA, every one of these guys just got a little added fuel to the fire, saying, hey, I can do that too. I just got to put in that work. And Novicic putting in that work down low, 2 off glass.
And Novicic has the girth, the strength down low to really, take advantage. Shaheem Malcolm that time able to get around him. On the offensive end for SJK, you want to see them use Novicic as much as possible.
Pull up. No good. Damjanovic brings it down, puts it back. Branko Damjanovic, the Serbian, the child of 2 soccer players, had an uncle that played basketball back home in Serbia. At the age of 5, picked up a ball and never put it back down. He was our league's leading scorer for a little bit this season after a couple of back-to-back 30-plus point games to start off the year. And Novicic did it down low, and now he's doing it from range to push it up to a 9-2 lead. Caleb Sully, one of the guys battling a bit of an illness. He's had an up and down session, but when he's up, he is incredibly important for this squad. SJK coming out, a little fire in their belly. Aiden Jackson with 2. SJK had a beatdown laid on him yesterday by GTA Prep, and I think they were without their head coach in that one. I think he got wind of that game and came in today saying, this is important for us. 6:30 to go here in the first quarter, 11-2 SJK. Stay with us. We'll be back on NorthPoleHoops.com.
History has been made in Canadian basketball.
From the Maritimes to the nation's capital.
I just like the sound.
Brady Cancun, my goodness.
To the 6.
Oh, big block there.
To the prairies.
By Jashawn Henry.
All the way to British Columbia. This is the NPA.
One hand down! All over the defense! My lord!
Goodness gracious! Campbell with the facial.
Oh! E-man! E-man! Defense to offense! Cummins, that is not the guy!
No way!
Cummins! Oh! What's the foul?
Got the answer!
Wow! That's another good one. There it is! Sammy Hunter.
And look at this.
Danilo
Aiden Jackson at the line looking to convert the 3-point play, hoping to push this up to double digits. Misses it, gets his own rebound. Omino getting into the paint, nice ditch. Novicic, no good. Shaheem Malcolm, Caleb Sully.
Caleb's been battling a little bit of a flu. Good to see him back in the mix here. They need him. They need another ball handler, another perimeter shooter. And Shaheem Malcolm pushing it in transition and really doing a good job of looking at the floor and seeing, checking his options, looking at his peripherals.
Novicic making an impact on both ends of the floor in the early going today. Haven't been able to say that about him so far throughout the session, so it's nice to see him doing what he does. Jimmy Omino really seems to get better with every day. Made that transition from football to basketball. Still trying to find his touch, but you can see the motor and the physical skills that he has that can be put to good use for this SJK squad. The steal. DeAndre Fordyce. Only 9 guys on this SJK squad, but every one of them impactful one way or another.
And Fordyce has really stepped it up in the second half, or the second session, sorry, I should say. He's a youngster, he's still learning, he still makes some mental mistakes. At times you see him, you see the opponents getting under his skin a little bit, and part of that is maturity, not allowing it and blocking certain things out.
Yeah, when you talk about RNS, it really is, it's become a 3-headed monster now. Kelentine, Shaheem Malcolm, Caleb Sully. And really every one of them can do a little bit of something. I mentioned that.
I'm gonna. Sorry, I gotta add McLean into that mix.
No, I would. Yeah, no, I totally
know
agree.
you were going with that. I was hoping that you were gonna add to that.
He's been absolutely huge with his long range shooting.
It's in games where the other 3 are not producing as much, or Caleb Sully out sick yesterday.
Yep.
He steps up big for these guys.
And there he is, corner 3. Heart of a Lion,
Right
continue
on.
from downtown. I haven't said that once this session, by the way, right on cue, so it's nice that you took it.
Perfect.
Used to be an old crutch of mine.
He doesn't let me down. You see what I mean? I just set him up and he knocks it down.
Yeah. Tough pass.
Right idea.
Yeah,
It was just very telegraphed.
Yeah. Richie McNeil. Firing it to McLean. Ooh, he stepped out of bounds. Good call by the ref. The officials have had to deal with some really high-end games, and on top of that, some chippiness and some fire, and they've done a good job of letting the players kind of decide it themselves. Omino. No good.
Ball movement's been solid here in the first quarter for SJK, getting a swing around the horn. Inside touches are really going to help them get this defense to collapse a little bit and get cleaner looks.
Ooh, from range, Kellen Tynes. Hadn't said the name yet. Maybe he felt the same way. It was time for me to check in here. And that's what Tynes does so well, getting his hands in the passing lane. Some of the best hands in this league, so clean on his strips.
And what's nuts to me, Jason, is that some of our best point guards are actually our youngest.
Yeah.
The 2020 class is looking real dangerous.
And there's Tynes again, back to back.
Sets up his feet. Here we go.
Feeling it now.
Let's go, KT.
A little chilly in the gym this morning because it's minus 500 degrees outside, and these players need to get warmed up. There's those hands I was telling you about. Tynes on a personal 8-0 run. Damian Gay looking for a foul call, not coming. Kellen Tynes making an impact. Stay with us, timeout on the floor. With the steal. Blowing past everybody, AJ Lawson.
Let's go, bro.
In transition, throwing it down. Off the backboard, just Sean Henry. Shaheem Malcolm letting everybody know the Riverhawks have taken flight. Down the lane with the slam. Sammy Hunter.
There's Daves.
That's a dive. That's a dive.
Showtime from the Filipino Wrecking Machine. And if you want to put together a Matthew Daves highlight reel, oh, look out, your boy, Elijah Fisher. Two-handed slam.
Two out of Calgary.
Ooh, no-look pass. Big-time finish. Cole Newkirk. Oh, so if you turn it over like that, it doesn't matter. Number 21, Nas Roberts. Just missed a 2 from SJK. Push their lead back up to 6. .233 to go here in the first. Ben Dowell got it to go from the free throw line as it was Kellen Tynes, the offensive monster, in the last little stretch. Aiden Jackson. Damjanovic. Back to Jackson. Nothing gets Damian Gay more excited than one of his boys stepping in and taking a charge. That's what happened right there.
And a lot of these guys not afraid to sacrifice their bodies for the sake of the team. You see them hit the deck for a lot of the 50-50 balls. You know, this is a team, RNS is a team that's just, tougher. They're just tougher than everybody else, and I think that a part of it is they have to be. The talent on the roster isn't as strong as other squads, but you know, they can make up for it in many different ways, which I think they are doing and growing significantly over the course of this session.
Good battle down low. One thing, you know, both these teams finishing up their New Year's session schedule, they both want to end it on a positive note. SJK coming off a tough loss yesterday. McNeil no good, gets his own rebound off the tip.
Looked more like a shot put than a shot there. Tynes thought about it.
Yeah. Hop, skip, and a jump. Back up top. Tynes has to force it. Shot clock violation with $1:32 left here in the opening 10 minutes. Fordyce into the lane. Jackie Wu, always a threat to take the charge, always putting his body on the line for this Riverhawks squad. Didn't get the call there. Kick ball on SJK. Tynes. Ooh, fired it through. It still got almost to its intended target.
A little bit of a look away there.
Yep. Damjanovic.
I think there's times where we see Tynes kind of hold back a little bit in terms of certain plays that he wants to make or certain passes that he wants to make, but based off of the personnel that he's working with, he has a high understanding of what he can deliver and what he shouldn't.
There's Sully. Yeah, and I think it's just a matter of kind of getting used to his squad as they kind of continue to raise their game playing alongside him.
He's definitely making guys around him better, though. You know, you see him being very vocal and teaching guys in timeouts and stopping them and pulling them in and giving instruction. So he's definitely an on-court coach, and that helps the squad. They need every bit of it. Damian Gay already, as I've mentioned on many occasions, he's easily one of the best coaches in this league. From a culture building standpoint, from accountability, X's and O's.
5 to go. Ooh, rims out, getting after it. SJK launching, that's not gonna make it. 20-16 SJK after the first. Stay with us, we'll be back with second quarter action.
I'm Kellen Tynes and I'm mic'd up for North Pole Hoops. Bad and booty, bad, cooking the dough with the ooze. Yeah. To my dog. Woo!
We're going to play a lot of zone, so we need to beat it down the court. We can run all our sets against the zone. You just got to run to good space.
Done it. Ayo, bang into 30. I got middle. Dawson drop. Ben, see him. Don't let it get through there. Dawson drop. Hey! Let's go, boy! Ben, turn and sprint.
Hey, and one!
Go, let's go. Got a one if that ball's in the air. Push somebody, box him up. Get the ball, or squeeze it.
We need to make sure that at one time, Kellen, you did the absolute perfect thing you've never done since I met you. You stepped out, you tried to take up space. You weren't trying to take a charge, but you were trying to go and meet him. You accidentally went around it. Now you got to close that gap a little bit better.
Yeah. Panther! Hey! Turn up, Ben! Don't run into him if he's there. Suds, wave him off. Box! You keep looking to pass. You got to look to attack.
Quit catching the ball right in the middle. Either be on
you got to get on that side or this side. Come on.
Let's go.
And one! Let's go, Big Ben. Here, man.
Back to the action here in the second quarter. SJK holding on to a slim lead. Kellen Tynes hands in the cookie jar once again. Almost a turnover for SJK. 20-16 lead. And the referee is waving that off. We got an offensive foul. And Jackie Wu again setting up for the charge. Tynes in the corner on the look away again, and this time it ends up being a turnover. Jason, look at this. Bodies hitting the deck once again for RNS. It's as if like you're gonna get in trouble if you don't.
And that's probably true, knowing head coach Damien Gay, who has been rather relaxed in this session. I've had to check in with him to make sure everything was okay. He assured me it was. But he has become a little bit more fired up as the session has progressed. Sully, front rim, doesn't quite have the legs on him. Omino. Sully trying to pick it off, can't come up with it. Omino again, met with a bunch of Riverhawks. Jackie Wu taking that charge. I mean, play a game, watch Jackie Wu take a charge, and then look at the RNS bench, and Damien Gay is up. Fired up for his boy, putting his body on the line. We've talked about this RNS squad doesn't quite have the size or maybe athleticism as some of the other teams in the NPA, but do they ever make up for it with their work ethic?
Oh yeah, and I mean with Jackie specifically, he's not going to be your primary ball handler. He's not going to be your perimeter threat using his jump shot, but when he checks into the game, he is going to seal and box out, and he's going to take charges.
Omino rebound. At the other way. Three is no good from Sasha Kovacs. Nice tuck by Jackson, can't finish. Tynes, who had a little 9-0 run of his own earlier, but he's went a little silent offensively since then. Riverhawks getting after it on the offensive glass, but haven't been able to capitalize on that hustle.
And with the lineup that RNS has on right now, they're going to really need Tynes to look to be the real offensive threat, as opposed to trying to be the distributor at this point.
Wu hits the deck, tripped up. McNeil. Tynes was asking him to shoot it. And there's Tynes on the offensive glass, trying to get after it. SJK turning it back up court. Ooh, that was an over and back that was missed. Official was on top of it, explaining it to coach Damien Gay.
I know he didn't get a block on that one, Jason, but Tynes just very smart and deceptive in the way that he defends. You know, he's not a huge guy by any means, but he knows how to keep distance away from the defender so that the ref's not, you know, calling him for a foul. And sometimes he always seems to get his hands on for a blocker. Oh, okay, again a charge. Jackie Wu.
It's 3 from Jackie Wu, I believe.
Coaching staff, crowd, bench, everybody's loving the effort and the sacrifice from Jackie.
3.5 gone in this second quarter. Tynes to the rim.
No brainer. Yeah, no brainer. He saw the floodgates open and he went at it. And Shaim Malcolm, one of the leading scorers in the league, the second leading scorer, has been a little quiet here to start this one.
Malcolm to Wu. Sully got it deflected, gets it back. Tynes. Malcolm is along the baseline trying to sneak in there. Back up top, Wu. That's the shooter. Ryan McLean from Jackie Wu.
And that's a great extra pass from Wu. He knew right away as soon as it touched his hands that the defender was coming to close out at him, and he made that extra pass to McLean. McLean knockdown. And we talked about this earlier in the first half. You know, when your top 2, top 3 performers are not putting in an offensive output as much as they normally do, McLean always steps up.
There's the give and go between 2 of the best in the backcourt in the NPA. Tynes to Malcolm. Sully stepping in and gets fouled in the process. Caleb Sully doing what he does. This game is tied at 22. In the bonus, going to line to shoot 2. Five gone in the second quarter. Sully gives the Riverhawks their first lead of the game. SJK has been in control since the opening, and Damjanovic started things up with a 3-pointer. Since then, the Riverhawks have been chipping away, and they've came all the way back to take the lead. Top. Wasn't quite set for that one. Shot clock went off by mistake. Once again, this is game 1 of 3. Central Tech is already here, taking in this game, as they'll be playing CTA next. Battle of 2 undefeateds. Both of them without one key piece, as Ryan McLean continues to show he is a key piece. One of the guys, one of the holdovers from last year, who used that winless season as an opportunity to know what he needed to do to get better. And he plays his role well, as does Shaheem Malcolm. Long wingspan, consistently making an impact on the defensive end, and getting into the bonus this early is going to hurt SJK. Caleb Sully is going to be money from the line consistently, and he's back at the charity stripe.
And the trio for RNS, key in that particular possession right before Caleb Sully getting to the free throw line. You had the block by Malcolm, the save by Tynes to keep it in bounds, and then Sully trying to push it ahead, gets fouled, gets himself to the line. And Sully been able to continue to build on this lead for RNS. 27-22 here, halfway through the second quarter.
Tynes couldn't touch it again because it wasn't deflected. Sully gets it. Malcolm has it stripped going up. SJK stuck 5 right now. Damjanovic beat the shot clock. Novicic. Cash, he's been good in his minutes in the first half today.
And that's his second triple of the game as well. Did not expect that from the big man. Didn't even think that he had it in his arsenal.
McLean has been pure from range today. Ryan McLean making a name for himself in the New Year Challenge.
And for everybody who in New Brunswick who's watching, love the support you guys are providing to this team and all the love that you guys have shared. Make sure you pass this around to everybody in New Brunswick and let them know the boys are out here representing in Toronto.
Have been consistently mentioned. McLean finally missed one. RNS has been consistently mentioned by other teams in the NPA, players, coaches, fans, as one of the favorite teams to watch. That says a lot for a program that went winless last year. Damien Gay has things being built correctly.
The foundation is set. Foundation is set. It only looks up from here.
Jackson calling out a play. Omino. Damjanovic doing that high-low. It's been successful the last few trips down the floor. Malcolm. McLean. Sully back to Malcolm. Sully's going to take that. Yep. Yep. Caleb Sully just needs a little bit to get it warmed up.
And he's been a big part of this lead that they've built. Not much of a lead, 33-26. Regardless, they were down almost 10 at one point. And the push from behind by Novcic. And that's going to be Sully back to the line for the bonus.
After this timeout, stay with us. We'll be back.
Right down the lane with the slab. It's in running. Here's a cod.
Euro step.
Caught dancing on him.
Ooh, wow. Smooth.
Caught. Wow.
Another one.
We're back live. It's a 9-point lead for RNS. Shaheem Malcolm pulls it down. Sully into the corner, McLean. Tynes, no good.
The form is looking good and consistent from Tynes as well. Just a little bit off the mark that time.
Jackson. Sorry, it's Alex Adami. McLean, bounce pass to Tynes. The Riverhawks taking flight here. Timeout, SJK leads up to 11. We'll be back with the conclusion of the first half.
ribs out. He gives it up. But Moonreath is open. Lual says, who cares?
Wow!
Who cares?
Lual Akot over AJ Lawson. This is a heck of a performance from Lual Akot.
SJK looking to cut into this 11-point lead. Trying to finish the first half with a little positivity. Bringing it down. Jack Fifield gets it back. Holding for the last shot. Shot clock is off. 8 to go. Ooh. Probably not expected right there. 2 to go. Gonna have to force it. Good defense. Said it before, I'll say it again. Great hands by Kellen Tynes. 11-point lead. RNS up at the break. Stay with us. We'll be back. Second half action.
Hey! Let's go, boy!
Malcolm tries another, buries it.
Wide open down low, but
He'll go by you. Nice pass to Matthew Davies.
There's Daves.
Hey!
A little showtime from the Filipino wrecking machine. Matthew Daves. Oh, there's a nice move. This is what I've been waiting to see. Ooh, Matthew Daves, solid bank. Lefty jumper.
There's that stroke we're talking about. He can really get it going from mid-range and from outside.
Oh, DeAndre Reed goes up. Dave's nice finish inside.
That's a dad.
And if you want to put together a Matthew Daves highlight reel, today's the day.
My name is Lowell Acott, and I'm mic'd up for North Pole Hoops. Hey.
From the coaching staff to you guys, have the same intensity, same emotion, same enthusiasm as it is to stop someone, as it is to score.
Let's go, man. Start on defense.
Ready for their press.
Hot threes, boy. Go. Yo, deal. Zo. Yo, my man's right here. Aiden. We never switched. I switched with Atik. I had him the whole time.
I keep getting.
Come on.
Hey, that's disgusting communication. Disgusting.
Hold on.
Wow!
Shout out CPA, man. Sky Blue.
Yes! Let's go!
Hit that. Let's go. Yo, put it in. Yo, diamond. Oh yeah!
Whoa! Do you see what they've done?
Yeah.
They've outplayed your asses. Outplayed you. I shouldn't even bother to put you guys on. All right, but I'll put the prima donnas on, and we'll see what you guys can do. All right?
Yeah! Shout out Coach Tony, man. Shout out Coach Will. Shout out Coach Alain. Shout out Coach Manu. JD! Hey. Hit that boy. Woo.
Take a look at the back of Jimmy Omino. Inbounds, Aiden Jackson working on Kellen Tynes. An 11-point lead for the Riverhawks as they look to finish out their schedule here at the session at 500.
Love this kid. Kellen Tynes is quickly becoming one of my top point guards in this league. Right now, I am considering him as a top 3 point guard. He does a lot more than facilitate. He's playing defense as well. There aren't a lot of PGs that take that much pride on the defensive end.
And sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, I was saying at the ripe old age, like a graybeard too, at 16 years old.
Yeah. Again, Tynes 2020 graduating class.
And so curious on what this final product's going to look like with this kid.
Remember, his body hasn't really taken on the man shape yet. Still filling in, lots of room for growth, possibly still growing in height as well. I mean, they got a really good core here. Tynes has got 2 more years. Sully, still a youngster. You got Shaheem, McLean. The core is there. Sutherland, I believe, finishes up this year.
Yeah, the build by Damian Gay has been and continues to be smart and deliberate. And again, you don't want to look too far into the future, but you know, year 5, you know, what's this team going to look like? And what are these alumni going to come back and see? They're going to be so proud on what they helped start. Nice move by Omino. SJK chipping away. Shaheem Malcolm. So fun to watch this RNS squad with their backdoor cuts, cutting it and off the corners. You see Malcolm, Tynes, and Sully just set each other up on similar plays consistently. They almost take turns on who's cutting and who's passing.
Yeah, they've got a feel for each other's games and know how to get each other open. Tynes on the rebound, assesses the floor. McLean. This kid's, he's making it happen, man. He's making it happen against bigger defenders. He's hitting from the corner. telling you, Tynes steps up in so many different, or sorry, McLean steps up in so many different ways. He's somebody that they could now start to trust with the ball in their hands. I mean, outside of that possession.
He helped you out before, but burnt you there.
It's okay, I'll let it go. McLean's my guy. Lionheart.
Novicic picks it back up. Ooh, thought he finished it, but couldn't. Damjanovic battling for it, picks up a foul. .238 gone in this third quarter. RNS has been able to hold on to this lead consistently ever since battling back from an early 7-point deficit. Yeah, felt like that was off.
Definitely rushed.
Nice pass, Novicic looking for the cutting Omino. Can't find him, keeps it himself. Novicic showing some skill along the baseline. Sully hits the floor, Omino bringing it back the other way. Keeping it himself, nice finish.
I've never seen Coach Gay be this comfortable.
I know, we talked
on the bench. They're just very mellow today.
Yeah, I thought, no, it's been all tournament. First game, he stayed pretty much the entire time. You know, one arm, each arm on a chair and feet out. Just needed the tropical drink with a little umbrella in it and be good to go. But he has shown the flashes. I think what he's trying to do now is to keep the fiery coaching style that we've gotten accustomed to. I think he's trying to keep it for specific moments.
Yeah, and a big part of it, I think that he's building trust within these guys.
Yep.
He's allowing them to make their own mistakes and allowing Tynes to be more of a vocal leader.
Yep.
All of them to talk during timeouts and, you know, gather themselves.
Damjanovic. Gets them both. RNS still holding on. They haven't allowed SJK to get that within a one-possession game ever since they took advantage. There it is again. RNS kind of getting what they want on the offensive end.
Dooley this time with the tip-in. Dooley's got one more year to go. He's going to be a big part of this continuous build here for RNS. First year in the league, this way he's gotten a taste and knows what the expectation is. The offseason will be very crucial for him.
Corner, McLean cut him off, but nice move once again.
The number 15 in the white, Dowell, doing a good job sealing on that one. I might have called him Dooley before. That's Ben Dowell.
It was a mixture of Sully and Dunnett, or sorry, Sully and Dowell, or you could have been thinking of our good friend Chris Dooley, the author of Can't Miss Kid, the Kevin Pangos story. Novicic
on the fadeaway. That's not in his forte, but
whoa, that would have been impressive.
Malcolm knew the contact was coming there and got the shot off.
The wingspan, like, he really does have the ability.
I'm actually shocked they didn't call that a shooting foul. I thought he got it off in time.
I think he was expecting that too. McLean, no good. SJK picking up some fouls. on the rebound. Tynes. Ooh, he missed Sully there. One of the rare times we can say that Tynes missed a shooter. And he just tapped himself on the chest saying, my bad. I think by the time he realized that he had missed Sully, I think he just thought it was too late to try to make that pass. And in the midst of all that, he ended up turning it over. Damjanovic. Novicic looking for it in the post. Running off the Novicic screen. Foul called on Malcolm. Richie McNeil checks in. Novicic, no.
He's been their best three-point shooter today, just a little off the mark on that one. More rush than his other shots.
Sully can't get it to go on the baseline. Damjanovic saves it, but 2-0-1. Still a 7-point lead for the Riverhawks. Tynes asking for a backcourt screen and take it. Dished it. Malcolm couldn't grab it. Still a little chilly in the gym first thing in the day.
And good read by Malcolm. All the attention. And man, he's just so intelligent. Tynes is very intelligent. He attracted so much attention coming down the court full speed that Malcolm was able to cut backdoor behind two defenders. I mean, like you said, like just barely slipped between his hands, that would have been a bucket there.
It's so fun to watch these two work together. Like Malcolm there, even, you know, just a simple pass with a bounce pass on the run, perfect English on it, catching his teammate in full stride. Malcolm pulls down the missed free throw. 3:15 to go here in the third quarter. Tynes. McNeil. Not a clean catch, but gets it to Dunnett. Sorry. Dowell. Not Ben Dunnett. Ben Dowell. Malcolm active defensively and so long. Doesn't have to expend an awful lot of energy on the defensive end and still can create all kinds of problems. Jackson loses it, gets it back. Omino trying to tip it in. Jackson comes down with it one more time. Damjanovic with 10 on the shot clock. Kick out. Foul on the pass, non-shooting foul. Shot clock will reset to 14. Damjanovic pure on the first.
And RNS hasn't been able to put the choke on. Game has been with between 6 and 10 points all the way through.
Big collision, no call. Novicic battling everybody and puts it back. The lead's down to 4. Alex Novicic having himself a game today. Malcolm cooking. Ooh, pass just got through. Nice find to Dunnett. I'm going to continue to do that. Dowell, Ben Dowell. My apologies to the Dowell family. Ben Dowell. Leads down to 2. Rothesay been maintaining this lead. Ben Dowell fouled on the play. I think I got it now.
Refs are calling it a jump ball.
Oh, jump ball. Timeout. Damian Gay wants one. Take a quick break. We're back. Third quarter action on NorthPoleHoops.com.
Definitely put things into perspective for him.
You want to talk about perspective.
My assist, give me that assist. Oh, come on. Bang out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I won.
Joshawn Henry is a man. Raheem Sullivan has the ball in his hand. 2 on the clock, gets into the lane. Floater game! Floater game! Floater game! Raheem Sullivan wins the floater game in this game.
Yet again, a 10-point advantage restored for Team Blue. Oh! It's Judy Charges throwing it down!
Welcome to the NPH live broadcasting experience. Allow our team of video technicians to capture your event in high definition. Streaming directly on all NPH media platforms. Up-to-the-minute live game coverage featuring professional commentators and analysts.
Tip in! No good! 2 seconds to go! Oh!
Commercial spots available to promote and market your brand, event, or product. Enjoy the ultimate way to catch the game when you can't.
That man from Quebec can fly!
Exposure starts here.
We got a $1:42 left here in the third quarter. RNS with the ball up 2. It's been a battle, these two teams. Kellen Tynes, very impressive because he started off hot in the first quarter from range, went silent for a while, and turns it right back up. Novicic, mouse in the house with Wu on him. Wu, good hands. Wow, I think Jackie Wu has had one of the best defensive games we've seen.
Oh, wow.
Kellen Tynes.
Tynes is now 4 of 5 from the three-point line.
And that was a tough one.
He's feeling it. And I was just typing into my notes the fact that he's a two-way player.
Just
again, right on cue, man.
Great swat. McNeil brings it down. Tynes, pull it. Ooh, almost did. A little miscommunication there. We only got 9 on the shot clock for RNS. Tynes running off the Wu screen. Yeah, got it pulled away there. I think he missed an opportunity at pulling up from the mid-range there, or possibly finding McNeil on the perimeter. It's all about learning process for the kid, only 16 years old. 8-point lead for RNS as they had it cut to 2. SJK holding for the last shot. Shot clock is off. Damjanovic Find in the corner, Aiden Jackson. Novicic doing what he's done all day. They are cutting into the lead after a short break. We'll be back with fourth quarter action, our first of 3 on the day.
Rep by rep, you push yourself. Effort is only half the battle. Doubt sets in. Why do you do it? Is it worth it? The lights turn on. All your questions are answered.
Everyone has their story. What's yours? Were you born with the ball in your hands? Or were you a late bloomer? Are you a dead-eye shooter? Or a high flyer?
Throws up an alley-oop! All elbow! Williams!
Are you a leader?
Amino, the 3-man again. Inbound guy for SJK. And SJK finds himself trailing again here at the start of the fourth. Kellen Tynes, who's guarding the ball right now, has been the story of the game. There he is again on the rebound. One of the best two-way players that we have in this league. Has a few steals and 2 blocks already in this game. And has went off for a barrage of threes, 4 of 5 from the distance. There's another one. This time from Richie McNeil. Pick in the pocket again, Kellen Tynes. Looking to finish all the way here, gets his own rebound. Turnover, the ball's going the other way. Kellen Tynes called on a travel. Encourage you to stick with us after this game. The most highly anticipated game of the event. An undefeated Central Tech Blues from Toronto taking on Ottawa's Canada Top Flight Academy, who remains undefeated on the season. Now 12:45 will be the start of our second game between Central Tech and Canada Top Flight. The heat has turned up in the gym. Things are warming up in here. Fordyce to the quarter to Damjanovic. Couldn't get it to go. 2019 guard from Kitchener. Receiving some attention from the universities in that Kitchener-Waterloo area. Caleb Suley, who missed yesterday's game, checking back in. Dealing with a little bit of the typical winter cold flu season. Now we're back to a 5-point game. 56-51 in favor of RNS.
Kellen Tynes Sully from range. Tynes trying to get in there for the offensive rebound. Whoa, that was, if that was meant to be a pass, that is impressive.
That looked like it. Just very good recognition and spatial awareness.
Damjanovic goes behind the back. Omino, Jackson looking for the screen. Damjanovic almost got the shooter's roll. Really tough for this RNS squad to try to box out Novicic. Not much they're going to be able to do there. He's got size that RNS just does not have. Although, just as I say that, Ben Dowell is about to check back into the game. He's got the height. Doesn't quite have that same width that Novicic does, but it's going to be the Riverhawks' best chance to try to nullify that on the glass. Sully pushing it back up to 5.
And Sully contributing at key points in the game. Really the one building up leads, getting a lot of buckets and converting from the free throw line.
Damjanovic surveying, finding.
Fordyce has got to be smarter than that and keep it moving. That's a tough shot to take against 2 RNS defenders.
Back the other way. I mentioned a couple times what it takes to put on a session like this. So many guys behind the scenes volunteering their time.
Score table has done a phenomenal job with that.
Absolutely. It's very difficult nowadays to ask people to volunteer their time. Tynes into the corner. Malcolm going baseline. He's fouled. Collision. Malcolm will go to shoot 2, so want to make sure that we shout out our friends. Marshall Vince, Elian Salid, Jesse Picot, Kevin Aquino, Nick Kazwa, Troy Reif, Caitlin Harnedek, Joanne Whalen, and last but not least, Ben Whalen, our youngest volunteering member, who has put in a tremendous amount of work this entire week. And I'll be honest with you, without Ben, I believe he's probably about 12 years old, without him putting in the work he's done this week, this tournament doesn't happen.
Yeah, he's been our towel guy, and he's been consistent. As soon as sees a drop of sweat, he's on it.
I mean, we're dealing with like minus 40-degree weather outside, which is a nightmare for any basketball gym. And that kid has put in work that people twice his age haven't been able to dig down deep and find. And he's my new favorite kid in the gym. Caleb Sully, always one of my favorites because he just gets it done, pushing the lead back up to 7. And then also Mac Whalen, who's our organizer for this event, has been working tirelessly. A couple of 16-hour days for Mac. He's been very special, and it's his younger brother as well, who I had mentioned, who's been instrumental. And just want to make sure I say thank you to all of them, because it's been a very successful event. Our second session before Nationals, so our last session before Nationals. And we just have 2 more to go on this 21-game schedule. Got a cramp. Aiden Jackson cramping up. Subbing off, can't shoot the second free throw. His replacement, Sasha Kovacs. Bodies hitting the floor time and time again. Laying it all out there because we're in winning time, under 5 to go. It's a 7-point lead for RNS. Every time SJK gets it to within one possession, the Riverhawks answer. Malcolm, wow.
That dribble handoff, cross-court dribble handoff has worked very well for RNS. Kind of confused the SJK defenders on which direction the ball was headed in.
It's the touch around the rim I've seen an improvement for Shaheem Malcolm. In that first session, you know, he dunked an awful lot of balls, which is great, but you're not always going to have that opportunity. Demjanovic from downtown cutting it to 6. In this session, he hasn't been able to throw down as often. He's had to finish with the layup package, and it's been impressive. It's one thing to get it up on the glass, it's another to be able to get the spin needed to get the roll and get the finish. Sully is fouled in transition. .352 to go, 6-point lead now. Timeout on the floor. Quick break. We'll be back to Crestwood Prep.
Rep by rep. You push yourself. Effort is only half the battle. Doubt sets in. Why do you do it? Is it worth it? The lights turn on. All your questions are answered. Rep by rep. You push yourself. Effort is only half the battle. Doubt sets in. Why do you do it? Is it worth it? The lights turn on. All your questions are answered.
We're back live, 6-point lead, RNS with the Rocks. Sully, McLean, Tynes, Malcolm. Sully, faking the pass, pulling it.
Ooh, almost a putback.
Shaheem Malcolm cleaning up the mess, just going about his work is Shaheem. I like that from Novicic. Caught it, spun, put it up, just couldn't get it to go. McLean, not the guy you want to leave open. Ryan McLean is that guy for RNS. He's the shooter. Got to get a hand up. Damjanovic with the answer over top of McLean.
Yeah, Janovic can really get it going. He's been a little bit cold today. hasn't really looked for himself much on the offensive end. He's usually the guy that pushes it ahead.
Malcolm pull-up jumper. Wow. You know, it's winning time right now, and Shaheem Malcolm is showing he is a winner, pushing that lead back up to 10.
And you got at least 4 guys for RNS who are in double figures. And that's Sully, Tynes, McLean, and Malcolm. Big swat. Shaheem Malcolm.
Malcolm and Tynes are so good with their hands. I know I've said it before, it's just both of them defensively. Blocks, steals, hands in the passing lane.
Yeah, timing and anticipation.
Those are the little things, right?
Those are intangible traits that they don't get recorded. You can only, if a coach is watching live, that's the only way that he can get a feel for those type of things.
Don't see that in a mixtape. Ooh, that's a double dribble. Tynes knew it. SJK gotta make hay. Down 8, 2 minutes to go. Do they have it? Yep, Damjanovic shuffled the feet.
And SJK continuing to play without Milan Roknic. A vital piece to the squad.
Absolutely, I'm glad you brought that up.
Little sign of life from Dowell.
Ben Dowell at the line, the lefty. RNS leaving the door cracked open for SJK. Still have life. Ooh. Omino. At this point, I think SJK is just trying to get it up towards the rim, knowing full well that Alex Novicic is most likely going to be there to swallow it up. Right there, it's Fordyce getting fouled. Two missed free throws on one end. Two made free throws on the other. Leads down to 6. SJK still in this one. Riverhawks hoping to put it away. SJK with the steal. Jackson, Damjanovic gets it back. Caleb Sully, big time shot block. McLean called for the foul. I think he had the ball at first, but as Jackson kind of fought away, caught some skin.
No, you're right. You're right on about that one. He initially had most of the ball, and then it was on the pull.
Omino. Damjanovic.
Good work by McLean to really get right into Damjanovic's grill, not letting him get a free shot up.
SJK making it work by getting to work on the glass. Offensive rebound results in a foul. They're just one away from getting into the bonus, which is going to make this game very interesting. They're down 6, 14 on the shot clock. They need a big shot right now, under a minute to go.
This would be a very upsetting loss if RNS were to go down in this one.
Novicic getting after it. All kinds of contact. Jump ball going the way of the Riverhawks. RNS has not been able to convert on the offensive end the last few trips. Need something right here. And you're going to figure it's going to be one of these 3 Another great defensive play by Aiden Jackson. Aiden Jackson on the defensive end has been a difference maker down the stretch.
And if he makes these 2 shots here, converts on this, we got ourselves an interesting ending, and you could see the persona of RNS changing quickly right now in
Absolutely.
the psyche.
This game has had a bunch of ebb and flows, that's for sure. .35 on the clock. The lead is at 4. Timeout. The Riverhawks want to talk it over. We're in for a good finish. Get your friends to tune in on NorthPoleHoops.com.
We've traveled across the country and back. 6 years running. Canada's basketball talent blossoms right before our eyes. From coast to coast. It's our job to bring it to the light. No gimmicks, just hard work on the hardwood. Who will step up to the plate this summer? Who will make their game undeniable and challenge every man in front of him? Game will speak. We've traveled across the country and back. 6 years running.
NPH Scouting Service. The NPH Scouting Service is another platform for exposure with a network of over 300 coaches and scouts from some of the most recognizable.
3 games today on the schedule, and game 1 has provided some excitement. We got a 4-point game, 35 seconds to go. Ooh, they're trapping, they're doing good defensively. Working it back around, RNS wants to kill some time. Dowell. Big offensive rebound. That was a clean block. Shaheem Malcolm has been a man on the offensive glass. Huge down the stretch, and not the way we expect to see from Shaheem Malcolm. Now, we know he does this in the game, but usually down the stretch, it's more the ball in his hand or coming off cuts. He's been doing it by getting to work on the glass.
He started off the game slow, but he's definitely had a huge impact here in the second half.
Timeout for SJK as RNS looks to put this one away.
Ending his high school career with a dagger of a spike.
GTA prep wisely, feeding the hot hand. Oh, nice step back, cross through. And we got Sidney Kabongo on fire right now.
Oh! How about that nasty from Jashawn Henry?
Stick back, Chris Hagan.
Knock back.
Oh! Bringing the fans to their feet, putting a man in the rim.
In transition with the cock back, one hand pounded. Woo! DeAndre Pierre all over the rim. Oh! Down the lane, Stephen Rawwire.
Everybody on their feet as Canada Top Flight Academy are the first high school age national champions in the history of Canadian basketball.
SJK needs a quick hitter right now. Down 7, 17.7 on the clock. Damjanovic to Jackson. Working to the baseline, gets cut off. Damjanovic is going to have to launch. Well, Novicic pulls it back out.
Oh, wow.
Banks it in. Cutting it to 4. Good ball movement. RNS not giving him a chance to foul. Just running it off. 74-70 your final. RNS ends their session at 2-2. They got to be happy with that as they get back on the bus to head back to Rothesay, Netherwood. Want to say hi to everybody back home in New Brunswick. Stay with us. We'll be back. We're going to have a bit of a break. We're going to get the next one going closer to 1 o'clock.